So after creating a table, let's understand another important command which is called as insert. So you have created a table, but that is empty at the moment and it does not have any records. After creating the table, you would like to enter some of the records in it, some of the entries in it, and to create some of the entry or to insert some of the records within a table, you need insert command. For insert command, again, you have to create a connection to the database. Then after creating a connection to the database, you have to create a cursor. And after creating a cursor, what you have to do is you have to write SQL function which you want to execute. Now it is a kind of little flexible function that we are writing. So function, the command name is insert into. So insert into, and then table name is employee. We can make it employee 11. That is something we have created. So insert into employee 11, and then name and address. These were the two fields in which we would like to enter some of the values. And what are going to be the values? So values are defined by this particular notation. That means these values are going to be defined in val function. So first value is going to be Ram and second value is going to be Delhi 6. Now on the same cursor we are going to run execute function, and in that execute function you are going to use SQL, that is the table, and then the value, right? So once you do it, you have to, after running it, the cursor will be created, but then you have to commit it. Commit means you are going to add it permanently, or you are going to add the entry in the database. At the same time, c1.row count. So c1.row count is going to tell you that how many entries are present in this particular cursor. So that these are the number of entries in the cursor. So how many entries are added in the cursor, that is something we are looking at it. And now when we run it, it is showing us error c1.execute, and it is saying that first.employee does not exist. Okay, employee 11, I think this table does not exist, but we have created one. Which one we have created? Let's check it. So okay, the table name is employee 1, not employee 11. So let's try with that as well. And yes, that is done. So unfortunately I written an additional 1, and name has converted to employee 11, but actually that was employee 1. So one record has inserted in the table. And after inserting one record in the table, what we have to do, we want to see that whether it has got the record or not, or whatever record that you have entered has gone into it or not. So the table name was employee 1, in which we have entered the values, and again on the same cursor you are just running select function. So when you are going to run a select function, you can see Ram and Delhi 6 has came out. Alright, so that is how you can insert a value in the table. Now the problem is, whenever you have to do some bulk insertions, lot of values you have to insert in the table, then you can't run the same function again and again multiple time, or you can't run the same command multiple time. So there should be a command which allows us to enter multiple values at one go, right? So for that, what we are doing, again, this is the standard process where we are defining a cursor and declaring a cursor. Then the same function insert into employees, and then values we are entering here. Now values that we want to enter is multiple. So if you want to enter multiple values, so you have to kind of create them in a form of a list, and once that is created in a form of a list, then you have to use c1.execute. So execute is a function, and then along with execute you are using many. That means we are executing many lines in it, right? And then commit, and finally number of row counts. So when you are going to run it, it says that 3 entries are added. I'm sorry, I have again added it into employee. I want to add it in employee 1, so I just changed it to employee 1 and running it. So 3 records has been inserted in employee 1. One record we have already added, and now 3 more records we have added. So in total it should have 4 entries. Let's check how many entries are there in employee 1. And when you are going to run it, so these are the entries which are present in employee 1, and these entries are Ram, Shyam, Vijay and Rajaram. So these are the Shyam, Vijay and Rajaram. These entries are from the second run, and Ram is the entry from the first run. So in total 4 entries we can find in employee 1 table. So this is how we can do the insertions in the table. All right, thank you.